My name is Robert Spencer, and I'm going to be showing you how to do a moisture map within the app on Encircle. So we're going to go on over to the room called Main Lobby, and then on over to Sketches, which is one sketch. And then I'm going to hold the one sketch, and this menu pops up, and then I'm going to go to On a Photo. The sketching software is pretty bad within Encircle, so don't even bother with it. On Photo, and then take a picture of your drawing that you did by hand. Go ahead and click Done. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Save and just stick with the default right here. So from here, we now have our sketch. You can zoom in and out. And then if you ever get out of this menu for any reason, I'm going to hit Save real quick. You can go back to it by hitting these arrow keys on the sketch. Two sketches right over here, and hit the arrow keys, and then you can click on the top portion right in the middle, and it pops up. So we're going to be making a moisture map today. So you can go ahead and zoom in. Let's say in the corner right here there's some wet baseboard. I clicked in the corner right over here, and then if you want to go back into a reading, you just go ahead and click back on the number 1. So we're going to go ahead and add a baseline material. So we're going to go ahead and click Add New. And let's say baseboard. Now it has an exclamation point. You have to be sure to put in the baseline. So this is what we're trying to get to. So go over to somewhere in the house that you know is dry and just take a baseline measurement from there. And that'll be your baseline of what you're trying to get to for all the other moisture measurements. So let's say that the moisture content on a different piece of baseboard was 12%, and this was dry. Select meter type. Go ahead and just select the one that you have, and it automatically puts in the date stamp. Click Save. So now from here, we're on moisture point number 1 over in the corner right here. If you ever want to move any of these points, you can hold it, and then it has an orange square go around it, and then you can click and drag and move it around, so it's right in the corner right there. And then to go in it, just tap it, and then over on the right hand side, the gray plus sign, I'm going to go ahead and click that and add a moisture reading. So let's say that the moisture reading that is in the top left corner is wet, and let's say when we did the moisture reading it was 65% humidity. You don't have to worry about the surface temperature. There's your meter type, and then you can go ahead and put the time for the measurement that you took it, and this is the default right here, and you don't even actually have to mess with it. And then you're going to go ahead and add a moisture reading photo right down here. And after all that's done, you're going to go ahead and click Save. And now if you click on baseboard, it shows you that little moisture reading, and it'll show you the time and date, and then moisture content, and there's your moisture log for that point. So then you're just going to go through, click the X sign, and tap New Point. Let's say that you're going to go over by the door, the front door, and add a material. Let's say we're measuring the carpet. You can have pre-done measurements, and then you can even change the moisture content that you're going to be looking for. So either way, right here, go ahead and click this. This is the carpet. Baseline measurement, somewhere that it was dry, was 25%. Click Save on the bottom. Then go ahead and make new readings. Click the little plus sign right there. And let's say that it was sopping wet and it had a 100% humidity level. And then you're going to go ahead and take a picture of that moisture reading and then click Save. So then you're going to go through and add lots of points all the way throughout with different materials. They can also be multiple of this carpet, and just kind of like try and find the edge of where the water has traveled. And then you could even add in some, let's say that it's dry over here. You can add in a baseline, and let's say the baseline of this carpet was, I'm going to stick with 25%. Add a moisture reading, and let's say that it's 24%. So that'll actually be dry. So now when I go out of this, it has a little green, and all the wet spots are red. And you'll do that for all of these different points. And then let's say that we come back on day number 2. You're going to go ahead and click on number 1. And then you're going to click on the gray plus sign right here. And let's put in the new moisture measurement. So let's say it's 25% relative humidity. Add a moisture reading photo right there. Click Save. So now on number 1, it shows the 2 different measurements that we have. Since I didn't change the day, it looks really funky right here, so I'm going to go ahead and change that 25 to as if I took it tomorrow. And this will usually do it automatically. It just defaults to the current time. Click Save, go back, and there it is. And it shows our progress on the drawing. And you're going to go in for each day and change each of the points until it becomes dry for all of these. So you're going to go through and add a moisture reading. Say that it's finally dry and it's at 11% relative humidity. I got to change the time once again. I'm going to click on the baseboard, and I'm going to click on this 11%. And I'm going to change the date to 2 days from now. Okay, save. Add a moisture reading photo. Save. And it shows our progress right there with a little line graph. And that's it. And then on the computer, it'll actually make a log for us, and then we're able to submit that to the adjuster. And you can do this for multiple different rooms. And then you are going to go over on to Sketch over here on the top left, and go to the bottom middle and click Draw, Freehand, and then click Blue, Blue. And this is our little moisture circle. So let's say that number 8 and 9 were the only good initial readings. So we're going to go around all these points because they were all wet. And 8 was good, and 9 was good. And that shows our little moisture map for where the water has traveled, and really has shown how it all is. And then you'll click Save. We can go back to our sketch, and then we can click on the top of it, and then we can reference our sketch right there. That's all. Pretty simple. Be sure to click Save, and it'll always be here for every single time that you go through. It usually is hooked up to a certain room, so it's fine if you do one room and you don't have to go sketch by sketch per room, and just have it all in one room. And there. That's all. Thank you.